what's up guys, it's Link the Dark, also known as Jackson, and today we're going to be doing my Sylvan deck profile for the April 2017 format. Now, this deck has kind of lost a lot of its power throughout the years, but it's still a pretty good deck, so let's get into it. First off, you got the staple 3 Sylvan Hermitree. It's your big beat stick, it's your draw power, it's your excavation, it can do it all. Then next, you got triple Sagequoia. Sagequoia kind of does basically the same thing, but it also gets you into your rank 7 plays. After that, play 1 Flowerknight. Lots of people play 2, but I find it clogs a lot, and you have some other ways to control your excavations as well. 1 Marshalleaf. Marshalleaf's really good this format because it can stop your opponent's plays so fast. Like you have ways in this deck to excavate during your opponent's turn, and if you get Marshalleaf off of that, then you can destroy one of their monsters and just completely interrupt their plays. The only thing is, it clogs sometimes, so I keep it at 1. Next, we have 2 Komushroomos. Now, flip effects aren't relevant right now, at all, but this one is so good that it doesn't really matter. You get to excavate 5 if it's flip face up, and then also, if he's excavated, then you get to destroy a spell or trap on the field. So very, very good, this format. After that, you got double Cherubsprout. I play double just because you can use its excavation effect to special summon itself and then get that special summon effect to excavate too. So you have combos just based off Cherubsprout, which is nice. After that, you have double Princessprout. Princessprout is another way to get into your Xyz plays really easily. So after that, we have 1 Sylvan Peacekeeper. Peacekeeper just gets you. It can get you back into the game because you can special summon a level 4 or lower plant from your graveyard. So you can special summon a Lonefire, you can special summon a Cherubsprout, anything you want that's not just a big tree. But it does clog a lot, so it has its downsides. But anyways, that's it for the Sylvan engine. Now on to the rest of the monsters. You have, of course, triple Lonefire Blossom. It's required in every plant deck. You can't go without it. And if you start with Soul Charge in your hand, then you can just go Lonefire into Lonefire into Lonefire into either a Hermitree or Sagequoia, and then Soul Charge to get all 3 back and just completely go off. After that, we have a new addition to this deck, which is double Baobaboon. Baobaboon is great. That's all there is to it. After that, double Rose Lover. Rose Lover is such, usually you don't like to draw the big trees, but if you can get Rose Lover into the graveyard, then you can just banish the Rose Lover, special summon the big tree, and it's unaffected by traps, so it unclogs your hand really well. After that, we have 1 Rose Archer, just for protection, and then we have 1 Spore, as well as 1 Glow-Up Bulb to help with the synchro plays. So that's it for the monsters. Now on to the spells. You have your standard triple Sylvan Charity. Technically it's a +0, but you can stack your excavations, and also you have so much resources after you draw that card. We have double Mount Sylvania. Mount Sylvania's great as well. If you've played Sylvans before, you know what it does. You can control your excavations. You can get, say, a Rose Lover into the graveyard from your hand. It's just great all around. After that, you have triple Miracle Fertilizer to special summon from your graveyard if you don't have any other plays. Really, really good, really consistent. We have 1 Foolish Burial, mainly for Rose Lover, but you can use it for, say, a big tree if you have Soul Charge in your hand. 1 Raigeki, standard for this format, destroy the big fields. 1 for 1, mainly for Cherubsprout, and then Soul Charge. Soul Charge is the MVP card of this deck. If you draw Soul Charge, you should win the game. So, that's it for the spells. On to the traps. We don't run a lot of traps in this deck because this is already a slow deck, so we want to make it as fast as possible. But double Pollinosis, it's basically Solemn Warning for plants, but it's better in some cases. And then one Solemn Warning. So that's it for the main deck. And on to the extra deck. We play one Alsei for your rank 8 plays. You can bounce your opponent's cards back, and you can also excavate. So, really good. Double Orea. Double Orea. Orea is... I don't even know where to begin with Orea. You can bounce up to 3 cards from your opponent's field back to their hand. And also, see if you have a Hermitree in hand, use Orea's effect to discard Hermitree, look at the top 8 cards of your deck and put them back in any order. Then Orea detaches, looks at the top 3, and since you put those 8 back in any order, they should all be plants. Send them to the graveyard, get their excavation effects, and then bounce 3 cards your opponent controls back to their hand. After that, we play one Lancelot, one Big Eye, play one Honor Arc, because sometimes Honor Arc is Honor Arc. Castel, for if there's a card that you can't get over, then that's helpful. After this, we also have Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon, because sometimes there's a big... Say if you're playing like Cosmo, and they have a Dark Destroyer out with 3,000 attack, you don't really have a way to get over that, but with Dark Rebellion, then you can. So, that's it for the Xyz. And on to the Synchros. One Leo, very standard, very easy to make, oddly enough, in this deck, and it can't be targeted, so it's a very good card. Crimson Blader, to just stop your opponent. Stardust Spark, to protect usually either a big tree or a Mount Sylvania. Black Rose, because Black Rose is Black Rose. Stardust Charge Warrior, for extra draw power, and also if your opponent's playing, I don't know, Yang Zings, and they keep special summoning, they keep getting their monsters, then you can just attack all of them. And after that, we have one Samsara. Lots of people don't play Samsara, but it can be very good. It's basically, if it's destroyed, you get to activate Monster Reborn, which is very good. So, that's it for the deck profile. I hope you guys enjoyed.